since I've done any kind of unboxing, I guess. And this is one that I kind of wanted, but the track record for the company that make them is a little bit shit. So this is the AT Games, or AT Games, Sega Megadrive HD Flashback. It's basically running like an Android operating system, so it's supposedly better than the other pile of trash that the AT Games produce. But to be fair, one of the products I ended up quite liking of the AT Games was their portable handheld Mega Drive, which came with like an SD slot. Be able to put more Mega Drive games on and play. But this thing then didn't have save states or the ability to save games, so games that use saves, such as like RPGs and Sonic Hedgehog 3, pretty much become useless. But on this, they apparently changed all that. Save states and everything. It's been in my possession for a good few weeks, and I've just only now really got time to get around with it. Apparently they are hackable, which is something I'm probably going to look into on this video. I'm not going to show you how to do it, but I will send you a link, which will be in the comment box below, from ETA Prime, who again sourced it from somewhere else. But you know, see how it goes. Let's take a look at the box then, shall we? So the front of the box proudly boasts 85 built-in games and the generic HD logo. It's designed to be like the Mega Drive 1, but with the AT Games logo in the middle. 2.4G wireless controllers, 720p HD output, save, resume, rewind games with the cartridge still. Classics and new hits included. Each wireless controller contains 2 AAA batteries. On the side, just got pretty much the same what we just read there. Diagram, the console and what things do. Controller. On the back we have a breakdown of some of the games, not all of them, in fact it even boasts at the bottom, and many more. Recommended for age 15 up. Warner Brothers logo because of the Mortal Kombat inclusion. In fact, here is just the Mortal Kombat's copyright. Strange that they're randomly separate. Boasting that it's got Phantasy Star 4 and the Mortal Kombat series. So yeah, let's take a look, shall we? I don't actually know where my thingy knife is gone, so this is going to get messy with the opening. Oh. Okay. So we have a leaflet, which I've dropped on the floor because I'm that kind of stupid. Right. Bonus games. Bench in the Park. So they're like the shit own built games or whatever they're called. How do I play cartridges? Well son, you give it a good blow. So yeah, we're not going to pay any attention to that. What's over there? What's in the box? Okay. So, we have a power cable. A generic power cable, which probably would have had a brand name on there, but it's been pulled off. Console's quite dirty considering it's just been opened for the first time. It's quite lightweight. It's not as big as the original Mega Drives. Don't know if you can see that there at all. Imported by Argos. So what you'll find is that games in the UK generically are imported by Argos. It feels quite cheap. Switch feels kind of alright. As far as port wise goes, standard control ports, so you can use original Mega Drive controllers, HDMI cable, power in, and that's about it for console. They do include a HDMI cable, which is always quite nice. I mean, I think these days people are quite overrun by the HDMI cables. Now the controllers, so we have 2 of these bad boys. Again, feel very lightweight. Both the same, got an LED on there. You mark which player you want to be, player 1 and player 2, by the little switch at the top. They both come in player 1 position. One thing that annoys me about these type of controllers is there's a little screw to keep the batteries in place, which does annoy the shit out of me. D-pad feels quite spongy, but the Mega Drive D-pad always felt spongy. Buttons feel okay-ish. Bit spongy. Start, menu, rewind. I'll need to get batteries. I'm going to be testing it. As far as I can see, that's everything in the box. The rattling around there was just a little HDMI plug sockets I put there. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is unscrew this, just to see if it really is like the documented versions online, where there's like. Okay guys, so it has successfully been modded. It's not compatible with all ROMs. For example, I can't get the UK copy of Sonic 3 to run, or at least that's the ROM version. I don't have a cart version of it anymore, so I can't test the cart. I'm going to be doing a few tests for it in a moment, just as part of this video. I already know the answer to some of them, but I want you guys to see it, so what I'm going to test, I'm going to try using a Mega tripping on my word, a Mega Everdrive. This one is by RetroTowers.com, which I believe is one of the official UK resellers for the Everdrive. I will then try a US Mega Drive game, or Genesis game, just because I have it. I can't find it in my real UK cart, so I can't really test that. But then the other thing I got to test is a backup, a fake Mega Drive cartridge, which I can't even open the box. So we'll test that on it as well. So I'll test all three of them, and then I think we'll have a look at the ROMs. So as far as cartridge goes, first of all, I suppose we'll start with the Genesis cartridge, if it'll fit. I don't know how tight this slot actually is. I've not used the cartridge slot on it yet. I'm not sure if that's actually gone in or if it needs to click. Nothing seems to be happening on the screen. But I don't know if I need to turn it off or on. Let's try turn it off and back on. So yeah, I've got Judge Dredd on the screen, if you can see that there. Oh. That seems to be working quite nicely. Can't detect anything wrong with the audio either, which is a known problem with at games. I think with this one switching to Android, it might be better. I think I've got the battery warning me the camera's about to die as well. Okay, that's strange. It's classing it as Power Rangers 2. That's at least the title on it. I don't know if you can see that there. I wonder if it's because the movie was the second Power Ranger game. Just while it's booting up, I'm going to try and boot it up on this as well. It's a lot better than the last hack game sounded. a lot better. Try and see if we get into some gameplay. So I remember I'm running a bootleg car. Well, I suppose it can handle a bootleg car, it's fine. That's the same game being run on the Flashback. I guess our last test. Jeez, I get really stuck in there. It's going to be the Everdrive. Now, from what I've seen on the screen there, it dumps the game image to the ROM. Well, I guess it'll be RAM, not ROM. Dumps the image of the game to the RAM and plays it from there. So this isn't going to work. But I just want to prove it to anyone who, I don't know, I guess wants to buy it, potentially to use the Everdrive on it. I think that's as in as it's going to go. That's quite cool. The Crix was here. That is kind of cool. 31 year. Let me just get this white screen. All ROMs I've put on, as far as I've played. I've got the Sega games. Now you can put artwork in, but because I only wanted to do this quick, I didn't put any artwork in. I put Megadrive games on, Game Gear games, and Sega Master System. I want to try and show you possibly something I've already played and know works fine. So, what I'll do, I'll play Sailor Moon, because I know Sailor Moon works fine. It's a Japanese game. So you can see Japanese Sailor Moon. So I'm just trying to get to the actual gameplay. If anyone that's into Sailor Moon, this is like a Streets of Rage style game, but it's Sailor Moon. There's like a version of it for the Super Nintendo as well. I used to love these old side-scrolling beat 'em ups. I think they're my favourite type of retro game. But yeah, as you can see, it works fine. Let's go out of there. I haven't tested the save slots, they have no interest to me. Another game I know tested fine. There's quite a lot of power ranges there, I'll show that why in a moment. So, my all-time favourite game, Streets of Rage 2. I've got various versions of it, so if I go here, I don't know why I've done that. These controls are proper wank, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's horrible to control, to go left and right, but I'll give them credit because they've done a good product. So, what I've got here is Streets of Rage for the Sega Master System. Let's boot that up. Don't know if you could see like the Android sort of text come up there. And again. So this is the Master System version. pretty fine. Let's exit that. And then I put the Megadrive version, but I'm not going to try that. I'm going to try Street Fighter 2. Be quite cool to find out what emulators and stuff they're using on these. I think the Streets of Rage franchise should have been on this console to begin with. It's not a title you'd expect to have to hack in. Yeah, as always, get the little extra life there. So Streets of Rage 2 is working fine. Let's get out of that. Okay, now I'm going to show you something that doesn't work. Just to keep it fair. Okay. So this is Sonic 3. It's the European ROM version of it. Try to play that. I just seem to get a black screen. It doesn't seem to matter how long I wait. I'm always just going to get the black screen. So Sonic 3, European ROM at least, the version I've got isn't working. When I can be bothered, I will try putting an American version on. But at this moment in time, I mean, even struggled to get to the menu there. Let's get out of there. So yeah, definitely struggled. Sonic 3. I haven't tried these, so I think these are the like Sonic and Knuckles. Well, it's already built into the console. There was no need for me to put this on there. But then I've got like Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic 3. Now this one's the Japanese, European, and Europe ROM. So is this gonna work? Struggling a little bit there. Don't know if you heard. Mad. Okay, let's get rid. I've just accidentally quit the game. I legit didn't mean to do that. Sorry. It's because on the controller, you've got rewind, menu, and start. I'm used to like the start being there, but that's menu. Okay, let's. Man, this is really running fine. It just bother me a bit that why wasn't the Sonic 3 alone working fine? Doesn't sound as bassy as the real game. I don't know what I'll do, like save wise. In fact, should we find out? Let's come out of the game. I'm not going to use a save state, I'm just going to come out of it. Now if I remember right, Sonic itself saves. I could be wrong, I might have needed to finish the level. Straight away that time. Mad. So if you want to save, I'm guessing you're going to have to use the save states. Honestly, that's not a problem. Let's see if it works. So I suppose that's going to be Sonic and Knuckles and 2. I'm definitely not winning any award for trying to get to the end of the game under 20 seconds or anything like that. But yeah, it seems to be running fine. Let's get out of that. So yeah, that run is fine. So far we've seen a Master System game run fine, we've seen a Mega Drive game not run, we've seen Mega Drive games run fine, but we haven't had a look at any Game Gear games. Just try to think of what I put on here Game Gear wise. Yeah, in fact I'll go to the Power Ranger section because I know I put multiple versions of the Power Rangers on. Right, so as you can see I've got some Power Ranger games starting here. If I go into them, it'll explain. So that's the Mega Drive version of Power Rangers 1. Again, it's the EROM. I wonder if there's a problem with just the European ROMs. Let's try booting that up. No, that's fine. This is a terrible game, by the way. So don't play that one. Then I've got the Game Gear game of Power Rangers. The Game Gear game. If notice I put GG in the title. That's just so I knew which version of the game I was playing. Let's try booting that up. Now Game Gear games have like a background, like a backdrop for the Game Gear, which is pretty cool. At least I think it's cool. Get my ass kicked by putties. Yeah, I'm getting too into playing the game. Let's just call it quits. So, yeah, my thoughts on this is that games has done good. You know, they've made a good game. Like console, sorry, not a good game. They've made a good, nice retro feeling console. Yeah, sure, it's not as good as the SNES and NES Classic, but you know, it's still good, and you get quite a lot of like options here. Like there's Mortal Kombat's there. I mean, I'm quite surprised to see the UK box art. I heard people saying the UK version wasn't showing the UK box art, so that's pretty good, and you get nice choice of games. Can't go wrong. Definitely worth the buy in my opinion, especially if you've got these skills to hack it. So yeah, there'll be a link in the description, as I've already mentioned, to how to hack it. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Do it yourself. Find your own ROMs. I honestly don't care how you get them, but yeah. Thanks for watching anyway. Bye guys.